What do you get when you mix a health coach and a wellness coach mixed with a lot of curiosity? You get two people who ask a lot of questions about health and wellness. Today, we ask, what is different about our behavior in the summer?
It is a season of ice cream, watermelon, and baseball games. But how does the season affect our weight loss journey? Let's get started as we ask.
Wait, what?
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Kamna.
Are you
I'm grinning.
enjoying?
I'm grinning one because my school year is done, but two because this topic had me down so many just such a fun rabbit hole that I just can't wait
Really?
to talk about it. Yeah, I did. But
I really like this because we've had a few heavy topics. I was like, I I'm really digging that it's just about summer, and I don't know
mhm,
why my mind went to ice cream. I don't know
mine
why that
too.
happened.
It should have
So
mine should have gone to fresh fruit and fresh produce. It did not. Maybe we'll do a topic on fresh fruit and fresh produce another day.
And we'll talk about it a little bit today, I
Alright,
think.
good.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
How was your call to action?
great. I told you I'm not making excuses for this crap anymore. I actually, am gonna make a flow chart. I think I talked about it before, but I'm making a flow chart with all my excuses because I came up with even more this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm not letting them, like, ruminate. They're not allowed. Like, I'm just like,
Mhm.
that's basically what I say is that's BS. Just get up.
Okay.
BS, do it. BS, do it. So I found, and I'm gonna tell you guys, and I'm not bragging, but I kind of am bragging. 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 days in a row.
What?
I know. In a row.
That's
And all I want
great.
is 5 out of 7. And I've done
That
17 in a row.
that's incredible.
I know.
And that's just from like kicking yourself in the pants.
Yep. And it's saying it's picking a time of day, which during the school year was 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "There's no excuse, you can even do 10 minutes. There's no excuse you can do 15. There's no excuse, whatever." So I
Mhm.
look what this involves me looking at the weather the night before, and if it's a certain temperature above, I go for a walk at 5:30 on the dot. And if it's not, then I plan my video on YouTube at night so that I took that excuse out and I put the video on at 5:30. Hair in a towel, maybe like, for example, this week I was supposed to wash my hair before going to work, and my husband was taking forever in the shower, so I was like, "Oh, well, too bad." My this is important too. Like, it is important for me to exercise just as much as it is for me to wash my hair,
Right, right.
and honestly, exercising is more important than washing my hair,
Why would you say that?
because washing my hair is just an appearance thing. And exercise is more internal and helps every single part of me from my mental health to my physical health to my
Yeah.
weight loss to my heart to everything. Like, and if you weigh the 2, oh, well, it's going in a ponytail today.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously washing your hair is important
Well,
for a
yes.
whole bunch of reasons, but I think if you put it off a day, nothing's gonna happen.
If I put it off till after work, nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
And I
Right.
think I think we in general get stuck on like, well, I have to. No, you really don't. They make dry shampoo for a reason. And it smells great and it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's just an excuse, you guys. It's an excuse we use to get out of doing the exercise.
Right.
Anyway, Saturday and Sundays are a little different. I don't have a set time,
Mhm.
um, but 5 days a week is for sure a thing.
I'm so impressed.
Me too, but I don't wanna jinx it, so
Now, don't knock on wood.
I know. So how about you? What was your call to action?
We kind of said it really fast, but mine was sort of get back on track with my whole eating plan. I've been traveling for it feels like months and months, and my weight was creeping up because there's not a lot of control when you're traveling. So I was like, I really need to get back on track. I was eating more gluten and dairy, and I was feeling the effects of it. I was so bloated, and I was started coughing again. Like my goal was just to get back on track and to stop eating after 7:30. And I did it. And I feel so much better. I feel less bloated. I just feel better. And having a little bit of control over some of those
That's a
things,
good feeling too.
it's a great feeling. It's
Mhm.
a great feeling because when you're away, you're like, "Oh, I'll just do everything. I'll eat everything. It doesn't matter." But then, like, I really actually have a problem with too much gluten. Occasionally, I can have it and not have
So do
suffer,
you
but
think the gluten affects you more or the dairy?
I think the gluten affects me more.
Really?
Yeah. And I was saying before that I can eat certain types of dairy and not others, and I can feel that too. But the gluten for sure. I start coughing, I start having acid
So you
reflux.
think the gluten is from the cough is from more of the gluten than the dairy?
I'm not coughing today, and I was coughing all weekend. And I've
Really?
had dairy a little bit this week.
Okay. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Hmm. I
That's
thought
just
the whole time
what
it
it
was the
is for
dairy.
me.
Yeah.
I know it could be both.
Right.
For me, it's primarily the gluten.
Okay. All right.
And I'm because we're doing this challenge with the protein and fiber, I am full. I'm not craving stuff after dinner. I'm like 7:30, I'm good to go. So occasionally
Me?
I'll like, this sounds good. I could no, I'm good.
I am so full, beyond full, to the point where my breakfast today, I ate I ate it, and halfway through, I was like, I can't even finish it." So I
Yeah.
put it away, and then I had the rest of it, like, an hour later.
That's great.
It is, but here's and I don't wanna butt in this, but and I'm taking away your time again, so I'm sorry.
No,
But what do we do if we're not hungry?
you don't eat.
Yeah, but what if I didn't want it in an hour? And then I'm not gonna hit my protein total.
But I think the main thing is this, is if you focus on the protein and fiber, you're going to hit your marks and then you're going to be full. So your blood sugar is not up and down. And therefore you're not going to be craving like the chips and the candy bar because you didn't have a blood sugar crash and your stomach doesn't feel like it's empty, you
Yeah,
know? So I think the main thing is the consistency rather than really hitting the numbers. Yes, we want to hit the numbers because it's a metric of us measuring,
right.
but more important is, you feel full? Do you feel hungry after an hour? That's really a good measure of, okay, this is working with a protein fiber combo. You're like satiated. And
It is working. I mean, I'm full completely, and you notice the same thing?
and the same thing. I'm like, oh, I don't even want this.
I know, and I don't even want anything, like because 'cause I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so full," and it's from a salad with protein on it, and I'm full.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know you're not completely enjoying it, but I'm really happy that we did this challenge just because it's something I've always wanted to pay attention to, but having the pressure of the challenge has added that extra little, okay, how much protein did you get today? And how much fiber
Mhm,
are you eating? Fiber has never really been my problem. It's always protein. So for
mhm,
me, just to hit, and I've heard from people, they're like, I didn't realize I don't get enough fiber.
mhm.
So the revelations have been really interesting and how it impacts how we are throughout the day. Because now I'm planning my protein rather than planning my snacks.
I am doing the same thing. I have to plan it, and it's work.
Mhm.
And the only reason if I'm being honest, is the reason I hate it is because I see the scale moving up.
Okay.
And I really, like, had we not if we're not doing the challenge, and if I was being honest, I would have quit by now, and it's only June 6th. I would have been like,
Mhm.
"Screw this, the scale's going up every day."
Right.
And I just was like, "I just have to be patient and see what happens for the whole month overall." And for the month overall, if I'm up, then I'm gonna say, "Okay, I gotta tweak something."
Right.
But I can't throw in the towel already just because I'm scared,
Right.
right?
Well, and it's their first week, so there's an initial learning curve of
Yes.
how to adjust the protein and fiber without severely increasing the calories.
Mhm.
So for me, that's been a learning curve of, okay, how do I balance all of this?
Mhm. It's learning all the way around, so
Mhm.
we'll see. We'll see what
Well,
happens.
you've told many people the check is in the mail. I think you have to listen
I
to your own
know.
advice.
I know, but I don't want to listen to my own advice.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll
So,
see how it goes.
yeah. So that's our update on our call to actions, but what is the thing that you love this week?
All right. So you guys are all, I'm sure you're aware of all my skin issues that I have with my psoriasis problems that I have, which by the way is finally the dermatology appointment is next week. It's
Oh,
taken me
okay.
3 months to get in, so I've been trying anything and everything, that I can in the meantime. So, there's a product that I have had this product multiple times for 15 years. I've
Mhm.
literally had it for that long. But I pulled it out last night or this past week and last night did a little different thing. But anyway, it's called the Healer Stick and
Okay.
it is by Perfectly Posh. I don't know, have you ever heard of that company?
No.
They're a based in the US company. Um God, I can't remember the state, but anyway, they sell all products that are you can rename everything on them, and they're pretty decently priced, and they're great. Anyway, it's called the Healer Skin Stick. I'm gonna show you because, well, you're not gonna see it very
Okay.
well, and
It
it looks
looks
like
like
a
a glue
chapstick,
stick.
but larger.
Okay.
Or a glue stick, good one, alright. It's made with shea butter
Mhm.
and beeswax and vanilla.
Okay.
It is good for any and all types of skin. Um, Here's some of the things. It softens and protects the skin. It brightens and tightens it. It reduces the look of skin imperfections, and it's really great to keep in your purse. So I have three at least. One is in my purse that changes purses with me. One is by my bedside, and one is usually in my car or my book bag that I go everywhere with. My
Mhm.
daughter has one by her bedside, and my son has one in his bedside as well. So I personally have three, and my kids each have two. We love it on our lips. We love it on any cut, crack, bruise, skin problems, bug bites. It's great on bug bites. Um, when my kids were little, this was my diaper cream.
Oh.
I just took the lid off, put it up like a chapstick, and wherever they needed it, it was my diaper cream for them. Anytime we got a cut, even if it was minor, I was like, "Go get the healer," and we'd put that on. But fast forward to now, I've been putting it on my scalp at night, like rubbing it on my finger and then like rubbing it on my scalp. And
Yeah.
it's but I just want to be very clear. This is not healing my scalp, but it's soothing it.
Oh.
Scalp needs something a lot more than anything I can do. It's that bad. But it's soothing it and it wakes me up in the middle of the night. So I will take anything to soothe my scalp
Mhm.
right now. And it's been amazing. I love it so much. I would recommend it to anybody to buy it, to try it, to keep it in their medicine cabinet. It's funny, I was at my sister's last weekend and I went in her medicine cabinet to get a Band-Aid for a kid, and she had her healer right next to the box of Band-Aids. Like we all have one.
Okay.
One other thing I will tell you is last night I have this really weird finger and I put it on my fingertip and I wrapped it in saran wrap. Have
Okay.
you heard of this?
No.
This is how desperate I am. I'm resorting to TikTok hacks to cure skin psoriasis. Like, I am trying anything. And that was what it said. It said, "Wrap it in Saran wrap." Well, I wish I could
Okay.
wrap my head, but that's not safe. So I did my finger, and I wrapped my finger in Saran wrap, and my daughter was like, "What is going on? I don't understand what's going on." I'm like, "I don't know. I'm gonna try it." And when I woke up this morning, it was so soft. It was
Oh,
amazing. Now they said to
wow.
use Vaseline and then Saran wrap, but I don't have Vaseline, I have this, so I use the healer and I put it on it. So good.
Wow. So it
Anyway,
helped you.
um, so much, so much. Anyway, so let me tell you guys all where to find it. You can all get it from perfectlyposh.com
Mhm.
slash Ashley. And Ashley was the our wonderful my friend that we had on the podcast last week.
Yeah.
Couple weeks ago now. But Ashley told me to tell everybody that if you are interested in getting one, go to Ashley Ekus at Yahoo, and Comedy will put it in the show notes.
Mhm.
And she has them always on hand to sell, and she will save you on shipping if you wanted to arrange something with her. But
Okay.
or just go to perfectlyposh.com and just order it and get it shipped to you. They're great. They're $15, but it lasts forever.
Wow.
You really should get one.
That's a
Oh, they're
good
good on
tip.
scars.
Oh, I need to know
They're really
this.
good on scars.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna order one, I think.
yeah. So,
Or if you
anyway.
see her, pick one up for me.
Alright, I can do that for you, for sure.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Alright. So that's it.
Are you ready to talk about summer?
Let's do it. You jump in, tell me where you wanna start.
So where I started was there for me, there's a difference between winter eating and summer eating in terms of I feel hungrier in the winter. I don't know about you. I feel like I could eat more
I
and I
feel
need
like I'm
more.
hibernating more. Like, I'm like, I
Yes.
need and I'm cold, so I always eat more when I'm cold because I think it's gonna warm me up.
Yeah. Or there's actually for me, there's no logic or rhyme or reason. I just want to eat more.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, why is this a phenomena that we we're like fine not eating as much in the summer, but in the winter we can't get full. So there was a couple of things that I found that were really interesting to me.
So this is the scientific approach to summer, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm a nerd, so I went
No, I
down
think
that
it's so
road.
fun. Go on.
So studies at the University of
You said.
Massachusetts Medical School and the University of Georgia, they had a joint study. They said that our average calorie intake decreases about 200 calories per day in the summer compared to fall and winter.
200 calories a day.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I'm wondering if this would mean that okay, anyway, go on. Let me put my thoughts together and then I'll say more.
Okay. So the body suppresses appetite in response to high temperatures as it expels more energy to keep cool. So the synopsis of everything I've learned is that your body is trying to regulate the temperature and it wants to decrease the energy it expends because when it works on digestion, then you're burning more like calories and you're getting hotter and you're raising your body temperature. So it use your digestion slows down
In the winter,
in the summer.
in the summer. Okay, sorry, go on.
So food digestion slows down in hotter temperatures, which makes you feel fuller for longer. So if you have a slower digestion, which is why we say to eat fiber first, it slows down the digestion when it's warm outside.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever been on vacation where it's like really hot outside?
Yeah, but I love
And no, I understand. But then you're like, I'm not that hungry. I'm okay. I just need
Yeah.
a big glass of water. It's because of that. Your body is trying to regulate its temperature, so it's going to do less work. And digestion is going to slow down because it's just trying to keep you cool.
Interesting. So there's
Hmm.
some science here. My thought was going towards like in the winter, you said about 200 calories is for some people a fancy coffee. And maybe you drink a coffee more in the winter because you're so cold and it's just or a hot chocolate or a warm beverage in
Right.
general. You know
Right.
what I mean? But yeah,
Right.
there's other logic behind it too.
Yes. Um, it the hot weather makes us sweat faster. So even if
Yeah.
we engage in low intensity workouts, a walk, a 30-minute walk 2 times a day outdoors can show noticeable changes if paired with the right diet. So just the extra sweating can increase your calorie burn.
Okay. Now I need to sweat some more. I can do that.
Okay, so then I went to what kind of things we eat in the summer.
Okay.
And this was actually really fascinating too. So the body is looking for hydrating things really. And we crave all the fresh stuff that we have available in the summer. We crave the watermelon, we crave the greens, we crave the fruits that are available, cherries, like all
Mm.
of those things we're craving them.
That's because of the water in them?
Yes, they're rich in
Really?
water and dietary fiber. So your body is so smart. It's saying, look, I can't do this much work for the digestion. Fill it up with fiber and water, and then I can work on cooling the body.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty smart. Like
That's
why
you're
we crave.
I know I've said this one time, but I feel like I need to say it every week. Like the body is amazing. The stuff that
Yes, it's so smart.
it's so smart. Hmm.
One more thing,
Okay.
grilling can reduce the amount of
Wait,
fat.
what can
Grilling.
you said grinning. I was like, oh, okay. Okay,
No, like
grilling.
people grill more in the summer, right? Because
Yes.
you're outdoors. It reduces the fat amount in your food.
Because
I don't
it's
know the science behind that.
burning it. I think imagine it has something to do with the flame burning it off, maybe? The fat off?
I'll take your word for that.
Okay.
I don't really grill, so
I was just gonna ask you that, but I didn't know if that would be a PC question. Like, do you grill?
I don't grill. I
No.
don't have a grill. I know people have grills and they're like, "Oh, you should get a grill because it's good for vegetables and stuff." But
Yeah.
I have a lot of appliances. I don't need one more.
Okay. No, fair. Fair enough. I just wondered if you, yeah, if you grill that, there's a lot you can grill
Oh,
that,
sure.
yeah.
Grilling peaches,
Yeah.
grilling other fruits. It would be good.
Pineapple, all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So,
Okay. So in hot weather, your body's already working hard to keep you from overheating.
okay.
And it doesn't need the extra heat from digesting a big dinner, which we just talked about.
Okay.
So your body gets more of its energy from stored fat reserves instead.
Okay. And
So
I have a lot of stored fat reserves, I'm sure.
me too.
And so does everybody, but not everybody, but you know.
So I was like, that's really interesting of why the weather makes such a difference. And when I've been on vacation, I'm like, yeah, I don't feel as hungry as when
Yeah.
I'm at home. Or if when I've been to India and it's always so much hotter there, I'm like, I'm okay not eating. And it's because of that. The digestion is just slowing down,
Hmm.
which I thought was
It's it's really I like knowing these science things, and here's why, and this is a different spin. I don't know if this maybe it doesn't make sense to anybody but me, and I probably my mom and my sisters. Um, I eat more in the summer a lot of times because it's like party time. But
Mhm.
knowing all of the science makes me go, but those are just excuses I'm eating.
Mm,
Do you know what I mean? Like there's a my body is working really hard to not eat as much
mhm.
for actual legitimate reasons, so I need to
Yeah.
listen to it more instead of going, "Yeah, we're by the pool, so let's just eat because we're sitting here." You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
And I'm fighting my body is what I'm doing.
Yes,
Going, "No, no, no,
exactly.
no. I know you don't wanna digest everything because, you're trying to take everything slow and regulate your body temperature, but I'm basically gonna do what I want anyway." Like, I'm fighting it.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Having spicy foods, aerated drinks, which are like sodas, fried fatty foods, and sugary foods, and red meat can basically counteract the body's ability to stay cool and hydrated. So having all of those foods, the sugary foods, the fried foods, the chips, and the whatever we eat at parties, it's counteracting the body's temperature
And then we wonder
regulation.
why our body won't lose weight. It's like we're
Hmm.
messing it up constantly.
Yes. Yes.
We're
We're
messing
actually,
up how it was designed.
yes. And we're not really listening to our body's cues.
Mhm. No, that is for sure.
There's a few more facts that I found. I just want
Okay.
to quickly share. Caffeine and aerated drinks, um,
Which is pop and soda.
pop, yeah,
Okay.
it's full of caffeine and sugar, can contribute to dehydration, which we know. And caffeine can also increase the body temperature, making you feel more hot in the summer.
Oh my gosh, for real?
Yeah.
Anybody that drinks caffeine in the summer and complains that they're too hot, I can't wait for them to complain about it. I'm like, "That's because 'cause you're drinking caffeine."
Right. Right.
And that's what most people drink at barbecues and parties in the summer is like a Coke or a Diet Coke or, something like that.
If you
Wow.
think about it, I mean, I haven't had a soda in a
I'm
long
sure
time,
alcohol
but
too.
yeah, because
I'm
it's
sure.
dehydrating. Yeah,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
it probably raises your body temperature too.
Probably because
Yeah.
you're fighting
It's like,
against
yeah, have a
the
nice cold beer,
cooling.
but then you're gonna be sweating.
Yeah, very true.
Sorry, go on.
Um, Red meat can also generate excess body heat.
Okay.
I didn't really go down that rabbit hole, but
I
it
believe
just
that.
can.
I think so.
So then I was like, okay, what should we eat during the summer?
Okay.
Okay. So foods that help reduce body temperature are obviously water.
Okay.
Watermelon,
Yep.
which is made up of 90% water. Onions. Did you know that?
I love onions so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cucumbers,
Okay, I've
obviously
heard that one.
a
Yeah.
lot of water in that. Yogurt,
Okay. Didn't know that.
coconut water,
Okay.
mint leaves, aloe vera,
To eat.
green leaf. You can eat or drink, or there's like aloe vera juice.
Okay.
It's probably in your healing stick to be
It could
honest.
be, yeah.
Green leafy vegetables such as spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, cabbage, they all have a very high water content, are packed with nutrients.
Okay.
Buttermilk, citrus fruits,
Buttermilk?
mhm, it's very
Okay.
cooling, and avocado, which is full of fats, which help absorb vitamin better. So, what the body is doing, it's telling you to eat nutrient packed foods. So, it has to do less work in pulling the nutrition out and digestion. So, it's saying eat the watermelon, eat the avocado, eat the salads, and they all taste better in the summer too.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, your body is really smart about what it wants to eat and why. We just actually have to listen.
Yeah, that's the key. If that's the problem with everybody is we don't wanna listen to our body, or
Mhm.
we're so busy listening to everybody else that we're not listening to our
Yeah,
own body.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, on the flip side, there was a few things for sometimes people have a lot of more stomach aches in the summer. And the reason why is it can be if you're not listening to your body's cues and you're eating the sugary foods and you're eating the and drinking the caffeine and you're eating all of the other stuff and your body's temperature regulation mechanism is diverted from skin cooling to digestion, your stomach's going to be like a mess.
Okay.
And one last thing, increased temperature increases higher cortisol levels and palpitations, nausea and fatigue, and
Increased body temperature?
yes,
Okay.
and it's similar to a panic attack. So if you have like a higher skin level, I mean a temperature level on your skin, it's going to cause you to feel like you're having a panic attack. So the body is just all about keeping you cool so that everything is running perfectly in sync and in routine.
Wow. The body is really, really impressive.
Yeah.
It is.
So and that's the route I went. I was like really once I started learning about the foods and why, I was like, "Oh, this makes a lot of
I'm
sense."
so intrigued on though, like, I don't get hot very often, even in the summer.
Oh, really?
So I'm wondering, does that mean my body is always just slowly digesting my food?
Maybe. It could be.
I just slowly right? Or is that what I'm on the right track somehow?
I think so. When your body is trying to keep cool and maybe your mechanisms are really, really good, then it's going to slow the digestion.
Or broken?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. This I wish I was as smart as you and went down the science route, but I didn't.
No.
Was going to. I was going to go, like, all this route to find out, like, what to eat and how to eat it and where to get it and all that, and then I got stuck on ice cream, and I couldn't get out of it.
Oh.
All I kept looking up was ice cream, and then I would look up more ice cream, and I really went down this hole of, like, what is the difference between sorbet and
Oh.
sherbet?
Oh, I need to know this.
And then what's the difference between sherbet and gelato and sorbet, and then ice cream, and then custard, and then froyo, and it was like all a whole bunch of stuff. So I went down this rabbit hole, and I just want to share it with you because I think I like ice cream all year, but I really like it in the summer. I like it a cold
Yes.
treat. I think it's refreshing. I think it's cold. Yes, I do like frozen um cuties. If you peel them and then put them in the freezer,
Oh.
then they're like little slushies you can eat in the when it's
Oh.
cold out or when it's hot out in the sun or outside.
Mm.
Eating frozen, like, cutie wedges or nudges. What are those called? What would you call them?
I don't wedges, I think.
Wedges, yeah, they're delicious. Also, if you cut your watermelon up in little tiny cubes and freeze that, that's delicious too to eat in the
I've never heard of
outside.
this. That's so genius.
But I love sitting outside, so I'm always looking for something refreshing. Also,
Mhm.
can I just say real quick something totally not really on the topic? This week I had a bowl of fresh blueberries and I just put coconut flakes on it and I ate it with a spoon.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a dessert.
That sounds delicious.
It was so good. And I only put 2 tablespoons of coconut flakes on a one it was probably like 1 cup of blueberries. Mixed it all up and then ate it with a spoon and it was like a dessert.
Well, okay, so the reason why is because coconut is higher fat, which makes you feel satiated. The blueberries are very hydrating, anti-inflammatory. You have a good win-win on that
It
whole
was
dish.
Fabulous. Anyway, let me get back to my ice cream. Um, all right. Sorbet is different than sherbet. So let me back up and tell you that let me tell you this first because there's so much information about this. All of these are categorized by their name based on how much fat content is in them.
Okay.
Okay, so ice cream has the most amount of fat in it, and it has to be by the what is it, the USDA? Yeah, the USDA sets these standards, and if it's over 10% milk fat, is considered ice cream. So
Okay.
ice cream has the most amount of milk fat in their product, okay?
Okay.
Then from there, you go with your um Froyo has 10% or more yogurt fat, like the milk
Okay.
that you make yogurt with. So those
Okay.
are the 2 separates right there. Yogurt has the or Froyo, whatever you wanna call it, frozen yogurt is
Mhm.
made with a yogurt-based milk, and then ice cream is just like a cream and then milk,
Okay.
right? Okay. So sorbet never contains dairy or egg, ever, ever, ever.
Okay.
So if you ever
Oh,
want dairy free, you wanna look for sorbet. It's 0% fat because it has no milk in it at all, or yogurt or any of that, or cream,
it's
okay?
vegan.
It's pretty much vegan, yes. There are some instances where they put in egg yolk in
Oh,
sorbet. So
okay.
which is why you would really wanna make sure if you are vegan that it says vegan, or read
Right.
the ingredients, because some sorbet, they can get away with sneaking in some egg yolk,
I
okay?
see.
But sorbet is typically fruit juice or pureed fruit with a buttload of sugar. That's what it
Mhm.
is. So if you're looking at the health variety or the health content of sorbet versus ice cream, one is fat-free, which would be the sorbet, and the other
Mhm.
one is has fat in it, but sugar. So they both have sugar, but one
Mhm.
has probably more sugar, meaning the sorbet. They probably have more sugar in it. So
Okay.
basically, it comes down to preference. What do you like more? What are you in the mood for more? Because health-wise, they pretty stack up pretty closely when it comes to things, except for the fat. I mean, if fat is something that you're really watching, then you'd
Mhm.
rather go with the sorbet. But sometimes they put more sugar in it. So really, what's better at
Right.
that point? Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
I would rather have more fat than more sugar.
That's so it's just the preference at that point, you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
But
But there
ice
are
cream
days
has
when
a lot of sugar, right?
ice cream,
Mhm.
what you said? Ice cream has a good depends. If you're just
Oh.
getting a vanilla, you'd probably be better off, but if you're getting, like, an Oreo cookie or a cookie dough,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
so it probably has more sugar too.
that
Okay,
makes sense.
sherbet is sorbet and ice cream mixed together.
Oh, I did not know that.
Me neither. I don't know what I thought it was, but I did not know it's sorbet or sorbet and ice cream, and they mix it all up, and that's what you get sherbet.
I thought the opposite. I don't know why. I thought the sherbet was like just fruit juices, basically.
It is fruit juice, but it's also with cream added to it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's why it's so yummy.
I know, I know. Okay, now here's where I was confused because gelato is something that everybody I've
Oh, yeah.
never had gelato.
It's so good.
Yeah, why did tell I there's science on why it's so good, but I want you to tell me why it's so good.
I think initially it has a really good mouth feel, like when you
Okay.
eat it and like it's very physically satisfying. And then the tastes are richer. And it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like, okay, this is the real stuff.
Okay, so there's a reason for this.
Oh,
Okay. So gelato, it can only be 4 to 9% milk fat. That's the only amount it can be. Otherwise, it gets classified into ice cream.
ice cream.
So 4 to 9%, what it does is well, I'm gonna back up and say that ice cream, because it's a higher fat content, coats your tongue with fat. So your tongue is now coated with fat when you're eating it. But since gelato doesn't coat your tongue as much because it's made with less fat, you taste the flavor more and it's more intense
Oh,
flavor.
oh my gosh.
Yes.
I didn't even
So
know.
you're right. You do taste it more. It is a better flavor because your tongue isn't coated with all of the fat that is in the ice cream and you're actually getting to enhance it says it's very easy to detect the nuances in all of the flavor and the flavor combos in gelato.
Wow.
less fat. Now, there's by the way, there's also a ton of science behind, like, certain ways they churn it and spin it and all that. I didn't that is just that was too much for me, but anyway. And then real quick, custard is made with egg yolks always, and cream. So it's like
Okay.
they take ice cream and then they add egg yolks to it and mix it all up, and that's what makes custard.
Custard is good too.
It is. But
You
if you have an
can't really
egg
go
allergy or if you
yeah,
eat it
yeah.
and you're like, "God, I feel bad afterwards," and you, like, think it's ice cream, it's milk, it could be the egg,
Okay. That's
right?
actually really good to know
Yeah,
because a lot of people that I know don't eat eggs, so they can't have custard.
or they shouldn't if they can't, yeah.
Right.
And then don't forget there's always the coconut, the soy, the almond, and the cashew milks that make ice cream as well. Um, and honestly, if it's less fat, they just add it with sugar. So
Oh,
when it comes to ice cream, it's a preference of what you like and or what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for something vegan, then you're not going to want some of the other ones. You know what I mean?
right. I've had the coconut ice cream. I like it. It's actually
I've
pretty
had
good.
I actually have the Ben and Jerry's vegan ice cream, which is almond milk in my fridge.
Oh,
It's delicious. You would never know.
really?
It's high in calories and fat.
Of course. It's ice
Yeah.
cream. Come on.
Right. But it's delicious. And I've also had the Pierre's sorbet.
Oh,
And they make a chocolate one, and it tastes like a fudge bar, and it's phenomenal, and they make, like, raspberry and stuff too, so,
oh.
yeah, they're
I
very
feel
good.
like having ice cream now. I'm gonna
Wait, that is actually one of the things I wanted to tell you that as I was looking at this, all I kept thinking about was, "Oh, do I have ice cream in my refrigerator? Maybe I'll list on it." Like, I just kept wanting to eat ice cream, and I was full. There was no reason for it, which goes to tell you how much our senses play a role into eating.
Oh my gosh.
There was no
You're
reason
right.
that I should be wanting it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I was full, I had just eaten. Just reading it and seeing the pictures made me want more.
Oh my gosh. So, my question to you is this:
Mhm,
you were studying a lot about ice cream and sorbet and
mhm.
all the et cetera, et cetera. If we have this available all summer long, the lines are long, you get really tempted. How do we stay on track?
That's a really good question, but I did look up some stuff on that as well.
Oh,
In
okay.
general, just like how to stay on track on the summer. And the first thing that they said on every article I read, but the first thing was make a point to exercise AM or at
Okay.
sunset. And I think
Sunset.
this is
Okay.
really interesting. Like, I think if everybody looked at their phone in the morning, which everybody looks at their phone, I don't care who you are, you're looking at your phone. Take a minute and look at the sunset time. And then
Mhm.
think about it in your head and go, can I walk at sunset today? Will I be home? I mean, we're not talking about a mile or 2 miles or going to the like, but put it in your phone then. Set a timer for 15 minutes before sunset and make that
Okay.
point. Those are the 2 best times because your body you're not gonna be overworking in the heat and all of that.
Right.
So, exercise in the AM or at sunset or right around sunset.
Okay.
So those were that was the number one thing that every website said were those are the 2 things, because inevitably somebody's gonna be like, "It's too hot to walk." No, there's 2 times that you can go. Second thing
Okay.
was commit to another person, anything. Commit to another person, like, "Hey, let's work together," like we're doing with our challenge. Like,
Right.
this is a great time for us all to, like, help each other and share our ideas for the protein and for the fiber, and maybe post pictures of your exercising in the morning or at night, like, anything to commit to somebody and say, "Hey, I'm gonna send you this picture every day, but you don't have to even respond, just I need that accountability there."
Yeah.
Okay? 3rd one, carry a water bottle with you everywhere you go.
Check, check. Got
Yes. You're going to the
it.
store for 5 minutes to run up to take your water bottle with you. You're going outside to pull weeds, your water bottle should be right next to you.
Mhm.
Wherever you're going, that water bottle needs to be with you,
That
okay?
makes sense. I like it.
Yep. Number 4 was plan ahead, and this was fun. Make a rule, make a summer rule that
Okay.
there is no such thing as a screw it mode this summer.
Oh, that's so good.
Screw it mode. Ah, screw it. Forget it. I already blew it. Like, make a rule that that mode is not allowed to be activated.
Oh my gosh, I like it so much.
You can have ice cream, but you don't need to go, oh, screw it. I'm having an ice cream sundae with double fudge and nuts and whipped cream and the cherry.
Yeah,
Right?
or that double fudge sundae, it's not reason to screw it.
Right. right? Like, take that off the table. That was a whole article was on, like, take that off the table. Like, that is
I
should not be an
totally
option.
agree. Yep.
We should not be saying it's summer, so just, whatever. All right.
Right.
4, which should be higher on the list in my opinion, was eat protein and fiber first.
Yeah.
Whenever you're at a barbecue, whenever you're at a graduation party, whenever you're at a whatever party you got, look for the protein, look for the fiber, and eat those 2 things first.
Yeah.
And then last was keep your goals in mind. What are your goals? Like,
Yeah.
if you wanna think about Labor Day, what do you wanna weigh by Labor Day? What do you want to accomplish by Labor Day? Do you want
Yes.
to fit in shorts? Do you want a different size? Like, keep your goals in mind,
I love this. These are all
right?
things we're already kind of doing anyway.
Right.
We just have to be a little bit more consistent with it.
And it's a refresher. You know what I mean? It's like a yeah, why don't I carry my water bottle everywhere? Or it's like a good reminder to everybody, like, it's a good time to remind everybody of these things anyway, every season change. Because with every season change,
Absolutely.
there's a shift in our routine. For some of us, it's a huge shift, and for some of it's
Mhm.
a minor shift, but it's a shift.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yes.
So,
Wow, those are really good tips.
yeah, I'm gonna try them. What is your call to action? Speaking of, I'm gonna try them.
Um, well, I think now it's twofold. I really,
Okay.
really like the whole screw it mentality has to go out the window.
Mhm. No such
So
thing.
if I eat something, I'm just going to be like, it's fine.
Yep.
Today's the new day and I'm back on it.
Mhm.
I think that's I'm gonna figure out a way to incorporate that into my daily life. And the
Mhm.
second is, I really, um, I want to focus more. We've been doing it for a week now, but on the protein and fiber. I think it's been so beneficial to me in terms of my fullness, and I really, really want to focus on alternate sources and just things that I can increase in
Mm.
my repertoire of what I eat because I really I'm digging feeling full. I like it.
Make sure you are saving every wrapper, the food you're buying, even
Mhm.
the things you don't like, so that at our weigh-in group meeting at the end of the month, you can share it with us. Because I
Well,
think
the problem for me though is I don't buy a lot of packaged foods.
Mhm.
I cook more, but I do have like some of the snacks.
But even the
So,
spices that you're using, like, that's something
oh,
too, you know what I mean?
yeah,
If you're
definitely.
trying new things and you're trying new ways to eat certain foods, like,
Yeah,
let's see the spices too,
absolutely.
you know?
How about you? What's your call to action?
Oh my gosh, I love my call to action this week. I'm so excited. I'm gonna try gelato this week.
I love it.
Well, I'm keeping my
Oh,
exercise there because I still wanna make sure that I'm doing
yeah.
that. But when I was reading this, I'm like, "Oh my god, I love sorbet, and I love sherbet, and I love ice cream, and I love custard, and I love froyo." I love all of them, but I've never ever had gelato, so I'm gonna go get a gelato this week and try it.
You're gonna really like it.
And then I wanna see what I like the most.
Yeah, you don't and the thing with the at least from my opinion, you don't need to eat too much because you're and if you eat it a little slowly, it just is so, so satisfying.
I can't wait. I literally can't wait to try it.
That's
So,
so great.
that's my fun call to it's a light one this week, like, fun, and I'm like, okay."
By the way, next week is our 100th episode.
100. I'm so proud of us.
I'm so proud of us too.
It's so exciting. Next
Yeah,
Tuesday.
we're gonna be having a lot of fun with this episode, and hopefully everybody joins us. And if they want to see our updates on our challenge, they should follow us on www.chicklia or Health Coach Kamna on Facebook and Instagram. And on our Facebook page, we have one for Wait What. So follow us there.
Mhm.
We're posting everything.
Yes. I'm thinking today I might post my brain dump that I was brain
Oh,
dumping. It's all about how mad I am about scale and this protein and blah blah, and it's probably a rant that nobody should probably read, but I'm gonna post it, I think.
I think it would be very relatable, to be
Yeah.
honest.
So, but it's been a challenge and it's been hard,
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, this is good. This is exciting. So,
I'll see you next
have a good
week.
week. Bye.
Bye.